By the end of this video, you'll know a 5-minute warm-up you can use in between matches at a tournament. So here's typically what happens. You're playing a tournament and you get there a little bit early. You might have a longer extended warm-up, maybe play some practice matches. But then the tournament starts. You play your first match, you come off court, and then you wait. You wait for a text message. Danny, show the text message. You get a text message that says, go to court something, something, something. For example, we have Danny here. Those are our friends he just played. Court 39 immediately for your match. Michael Lloyd, Nico Montoya versus Danny Jensen, Craig Johnson. So when you get that text, you go to your court, and then typically you only have about 5 minutes to warm up. So what do you do in that 5 minutes? That's what we're gonna talk about right now. One thing to note, bring a ball to your court. If you get to your court early and the ref is not there yet, you wanna be able to start warming up before the ref gets there, instead of having to get there, wasting time and waiting for the ref. If the ref is there, ask them, hey, how much time do we have? Typically, you have about 5 minutes when you get there. If you have a shorter amount of time, this video still applies, just condense it. If you have longer time, this video still applies, just expand it. When I get to the court, you're typically gonna be warming up in a down the line with your partner. First note though, if nobody's at the courts, hit some cross-court dinks, because the moment they come, they're probably gonna wanna go down the line. Once you get into this down the line scenario, here's the 5 things I like to do once I get to the courts. The first one is quick hands. Here we go. And the reason I like to start with quick hands is twofold. Number one, if I've just been sitting and waiting for a text and I get a text and I come to the court, I like to get my brain activated and my body activated. And one of the fastest ways I think to do that is through quick hands. The second reason, and a little bit more fun reason, is if you do quick hands at the beginning, typically your opponents are just dinking. And if they hear that you and your partner are just getting after it with quick hands, they're gonna feel very intimidated as you do it. Occasionally miss one and hit your opponent during quick hands and be like, oh, sorry, I'm just kidding, don't do that. Okay, all right. Number one after quick hands, we're doing that for like 30 seconds or so, is we're gonna do just some down the line. Oh no! Let's end the video. Yeah, that was so stupid.
This is, if your partner misses like that, you withdraw from the tournament.
And you get a text that says, please remove yourself from the court.
You reply to the text and remove yourself from the tournament.
Number 2 is just down the line dinking, right? We're just gonna get our touch, because get our touch. Occasionally we might speed it up. Right, boom. Boom. And we're just gonna do that for, again, 30 seconds to a minute. We only have potentially 5 minutes. Condense or expand based on what the ref tells you your timing is. Now, big picture, pause the list, understand the principle. What's the point of the warm-up? The point is to get touches, because you were just sitting with the same shots that you're gonna get most often in the game. That's why we're gonna do these 5 different things. Number 1 is hands, number 2 is dinking. Quick interruption. If you're watching this video, I made something specifically for you. It's a 10 video series, 10 mistakes beginners make, delivered to your inbox or email inbox, 1 video a day for 10 straight days. Go to the description below, click the link, enter your email, and you'll start getting videos. All right, back to the video. Number 3 is gonna be a mid-court work. So I'm gonna get into the mid-court and just work on my transition. I'm gonna feed Danny some higher balls, and I'm working on just my touch in the mid-court. I'm typically gonna stay, when I do it, I'm typically gonna stay back the whole time before my partner goes back. So when I do mid-court, then I'm also gonna move to number 4 and 5. And then when I flip out, Danny will go to 3, 4, and 5 for him, right? So I do 3 is mid-court work. Then I'm gonna move back and I'm gonna work on drops and drives. So near the baseline, working on drops. Quick note, when you move back to hit your 3rd shot drop, again, that's a different shot than a reset. So ask your partner to give you some flat balls or some cuts, because that's most likely what you're gonna receive in the game on your 3rd shot drop. I made a video down below explaining that in way more depth. Check it out in the description. Okay, so I'm here. Me and Danny are just working on some of our 3rds. It drops and drives. That's number 4. Then I like to move to number 5, which is, I call it get to the kitchen. So I'm gonna hit Danny a ball, and now Danny's hitting me any ball that he wants, and my goal is just to work on a few reps of getting to the kitchen, just like we will in a game. So I'm here. Right, and that's why you do it. Don't be terrible, okay? So I hit the ball, working on getting to the kitchen. All right, so we played the point out, get to the kitchen. I'll do a few reps on that before I feel good. As you're doing this, you don't want to monopolize the entire time just for yourself. So occasionally, I'll turn to the ref. Hey, Mr. Ref or Mrs. Ref. Hello. How much time do we have? 2.5 minutes. All right. Is that weird?
No, that's good.
They say 2.5 minutes.
It kind of sounds like a referee was there.
If they say 2.5 minutes, that's a good indicator it's time to switch. You want to get about equal time on both. So after I've done my 3, 4, and 5, my resets, my drops and drives, when I get to the kitchen, Danny then will switch. Now I'm giving Danny some mid-court work. Boom. Danny gets some reps at that. Then Danny will go back and work on some drops and drives. Give you some cut balls. I'm gonna give you some backspin shots to simulate. I'll give you some flatter balls. Danny's gonna work. Again, I'm not trying to hit winners here. I'm just trying to get Danny in a good rhythm. I want Danny, my partner, feeling as good as he can on his drives, his drops, and so I'm gonna give him a slightly easier ball to handle just so he gets his rhythm back from the previous match. After that, Danny's moving to number 5. Danny's gonna work on getting to the kitchen. Nice, good work, Danny. Get to the kitchen. And then Danny's gonna finish. So we just did a somewhat elongated version of that, but again, depending on how much time you have, you might only have 3 minutes. So I might just hit hands for 15 seconds. I might just hit a few dinks. I might just hit some resets, some drives, some get to the kitchen, and then we'll switch. Hands. Go dinks. Go resets. Yep, the drop drives. Get to the kitchen. Yep, resets. We get some flat balls, some cuts.
Okay, there you go.
Good drive in. Kitchen.
Oh!
Right, and let's actually get a timer on that because I don't know how long that was. That was probably about 2.5 minutes. We'll do a time check. That was pretty good, right? And we just got some touches at all the different stuff that we're about to do in the game. Not all of it, but a good majority of it. Now we can feel good. And then the ref will probably say 15 seconds. And at that point, we'll take a little more time and be like, hey, Linda, my girl, can we get some serves? Yeah, you can get some serves.
The main reason for that is because you don't want your first serve of the game to sail right into the net or sail long. So, most important thing, make sure you get a few serves in before the match.
Perfect. So Danny, you're back at the back. So then we're diagonal. Other team, like Danny said, will probably be serving other way, cross. We'll be serving cross. Just hit some serves and returns, right? So Danny might hit a serve, I might hit a serve. Get some returns in. And then the ref will say, take your positions. And at that point, you come to your partner, you come right to center court, come here. Give him a chest bump, you say, right now. Then you turn to your opponent and you say, yeah! And then they freak out, you rip your shirt off, I'm just kidding, all right? But at that point, you'll change side, you'll go to your side, you'll get ready to play. That's a warm up, condense, expand based on what you need, add, adapt to what you need, play to what you need so you can win for what you need. Dang, I was trying to get a rhythm there, but hope that helped. If you want a video on how to hit a third shot drop, one of the most important shots in the game, click right here. Danny, you're the man.
You're the man.
Bring me an apple. La la la. It's 5 a.m. Danny wakes up at 3 a.m. and he prepares mentally to help with these YouTube videos occasionally.
Yeah.
And he lives in Craigslist I mean, he owns Craigslist. I mean, I found him on, I found him on Craigslist. It happens though on this court. I'm just kidding.